cafe was late, so all right. So just to run over, normally when you open your chart screen, it may not even have any charts available. All right, and it may very well be blank. All right, so you could go here, create a new chart, the green plus sign for the chart at the back, and pick your chart. All right, when you right click, at the very bottom, you have properties. So you could go and change whatever settings you like on your chart. Here's separators, grid, and that will change on your chart. All right, now when you have your optimal chart set up, you could save this to a default screen. All right, so save template, save the default, yes, replace. And every time you open a new chart, what is this? Every time you open a new chart, your settings, the default screen would load automatically, right? So you wouldn't have to go and change the settings all the time. Right? If you add an indicator, that indicator will appear as well to your default screen. All right, and you could set different, you could delete the ones, I deleted the ones that were there, remove, and I just use the ones that I use, right? Everybody following so far? All right, so that is that. Over here we have the profile tab. So basically, if you group your pairs together, right? Or if you trade a certain set of pairs together, like we said London session, you trade in the pound pairs. When you click that, right, you would have all the pairs in that profile would come up. So at the bottom here, you can see all of my pairs. Right now it's only GU on different time frames. All right. But if it's more than one pair and you save it in as a profile, it would load up all the different pairs that you're looking at the time. Okay, right, and I'm recording now, so the recording gonna be up right on it. All right, so the first one was the chart setup, adding a new chart to your screen, and then saving a template as default, so that every time you open a new chart, you wouldn't have to go and change the settings. So like if right now, I could go up here and just click my default, and the chart would change to my default or any of the other templates that I use. Okay, next part is the profile. So a profile could basically be a grouping of charts, right, that you trade or that you're looking to trade. All right, so let me see what in this group. All right, so Swiss franc, just all the Swiss pairs, all the US chef. May, I would have been trading a number of pairs that time, right? So you can see all of them basically back up all the pairs that I were looking at that time. Whenever that May was, I don't think it was this year, right? And all the markups as well. All right, so if you looking at specific pairs and you just wanna group them together and put them one side and start just to clean it up a bit, you could use the profiles and save a new profile. So default. Write the MT4 for your PC. You could get it from the broker's website. Your broker should have it, right? Every broker has one. All right, Alex. Yes, correct. Actually, I didn't see you responding. All right, so the next tab, the market watch. All right, and this will just show you all of the pairs that your broker offers. All right, when you open the market watch, it may not give you all the pairs up front. All you may have to do is right click and then go to show all. Right, and when you click that, it would give you every single pair that is offered from your broker. Yeah, it is. This is MT4. This is MT4. I don't really use MT5. I download it, but I never use it on PC, I think. All right, MT4. What is your broker, Wendy? All right, so show all will show all the pairs that your broker offers. Every single one, even some that you cannot trade. All right, that's in the market watch tab. The data window. All right, this would basically give you some coordinates. So wherever I place my cursor, right, whether on whatever candle, it would tell me all the coordinates. So the high, the open, the low, close. All right, it would tell me the MA value, the MACD value, everything. Right, so that's the data window. I don't really use that unless I want to like place a line rail specific at the top of a candle or whatever the case may be. Don't know. Yes, so yeah, correct, actually. Because direct Wendy. So the broker you signed up with would be the one you go to download the MT4 app from on your computer. All right, so next to the market watch, we have the navigator. So this is where you can log into your trading account. So when you right click on account, you can open an account or log into an existing trade account. All right. Also, it would show you all the indicators that you have. Expert advisors would be like robots, and scripts would be basically setting up your chart to be automated. But those are advanced stuff. So you wouldn't need to really know that. It's just opening an account. So you could just right click, open an account or log into a trading account. And then put in your details. Right? Right, so that's the navigator tab with this folder and the star. Next to that is your terminal. So that's where your trade, your trades, your open trades would come up. All right, and you could close the trades or you could close partial profits, whatever the case may be. All right. So this handy dandy tool up here is mainly how I personally enter my trades. Right. It is what we call a one-click setup, a one-click tab. So all you have to do when you authorize it would be to come here and you could enter the trade instantly with one click. All right. Let me just see my settings. All right. So if you do not authorize it, this screen would pop up, and you would be able to enter your stop loss and take profit. But normally I have mine set up that I could just click and it would enter market execute, and then it would set my stop loss and take profit. All right. Okay, that's great, Kathy. All right, so it's actually doing a real good job. Chat. All right, so you see here it has one-click trading. That is what this tab basically is, right? So let me say we enter a sell. All right. No, this is one of the main reasons I use MT4 on the PC. So pay attention. All right. When I'm in a trade or when I enter the trade, to set my stop loss, I'm in a sell trade. No. So to set my stop loss, I can just click on the trade line and drag and just drop it where I want to set it, modify. All right. And same for the take profit, right? So if I'm looking at a certain level, I could just click and drag down and modify. All right. Everybody following so far? All right. Any questions? I see they had a couple questions in the chat. Right. So if you with more than one broker, you could go into Navigator. So this icon right here with the star and the folder. When you click that, you should see this window pop up, and you could just right click and log into a trading account. All right, it doesn't have to be with IC Markets. It should work with another broker's login, or you could just download more than one MT4 for every broker you use. If you want to have more than one window running or account running at a time. So if you got multiple accounts, you may have with IC Markets, a window with IC Markets and a window with Pepperstone. If you got more than one account with different brokers, right? But unfortunately, if you have multiple accounts without one broker, you would have to switch. You have to log in on whatever account you trade in at the time. All right, Marcia. All right, so that is how I set my stop loss and take profit. Basically, just hold and drag to wherever I want to set it, and then I can hit modify. Right? If you allow the one-click settings, then the modify screen will not pop up. Okay? You would just drag and drop, or drag and drop to the upside. And the same thing for when you click in here. You would just click, and it wouldn't ask you, it wouldn't prompt or ask you if you want to enter a trade. It would just enter you directly in. All right, but just know with the settings, I did not activate it, so that's why it's prompting me this screen to then select if I want to buy or sell or whatever the case may be. But if you activate it, it will not prompt you. It will just enter you straight in the trade. All right, team. So you guys can start to play around with it with your demo account, especially first before you try it live. All right, so another key point is being able to see my risk. All right, so when I put my cursor over my stop loss, it would show me the amount of pips my stop loss is from an entry, 32, and the dollar value that I am risking, right, $32. So that is how I basically know the dollar value that I'm risking easily without having to work it out, right? And the same thing for your take profit. So once you put the mouse over the line, take profit line, it will tell you, right? As well, when you're dragging it, if you look at the left side of my screen, over here to where the mouse is, right? When you're dragging it to place it, you could actually see the dollar value and the number of pips that it would be, right? So that could help you in your risk management, right? Especially with the stop loss. And then you just click modify, right? So it's, for me, it's much faster than going into my phone and updating the trade. Just drag and drop, check how much you're risking or how much my potential to your profit is, and quick and easy. Right, team? Now, if you want to take partial profits or a partial loss, if you went in too heavy, all right, you just have to you have to click the lot size, right? So size here, you just double click, the screen would come up and you could scale down or your trade or take partial profits, right? So it will say close, sell your USD by market. So if say I want to take part of my position at TP1, I could go and close half my trade. All right. I never use the trailing stop loss, Cafe, but I just see it in settings. Let me see. I could try it out sometime this month. Let me see, trailing stop loss. You ever tried it, Cafe?
Kamar right click on the stop loss.
Okay, right there on the stop loss. All right, trailing stop. Okay, great. All right, so even I learning something now. Trailing stop loss, and you could choose the number of points you want to trade it by.
You have to add on a zero like while you're doing it and how you do it with the long and short tool, because points you multiply by 100 to get pips.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you will probably put in the custom and do that like 115 if you want to trail by 15. All right, but I personally do not trail using the system. Also, if you want to view your profit as points, you can do that as well. All right, so it will show you the amount of pips you are in drawdown. In this case, it will be 3, -3. So some people may prefer, sometimes I would do it when they don't want to focus too much on the dollar value and I just want to see how much pips I would be in profit or in drawdown, I would switch from deposit currency to points. And that way I won't be really focusing on the dollar value as such. I would just be focusing on my pip count. Right? Deposit currency would be the dollar value. All right, so Kathy, you got your refresher there. Trading stop. Right, so this is the next way. This is what I was trying to remember. You could left click the stop loss tab, and you could set your trading stop based on that. If it profits is the same thing. Right click anywhere in there and set your trailing stop loss. Right, team?
You can't set, excuse me, you can't set your trailing stop loss unless you're in profit here.
Okay, point to note, team. You gotta be in profit.
Yes.
All right.
Because if you set your trailing stop loss, no. As soon as you go into, say, 20 pips profit and you set it at 150, it can trail it. It will trail it at 15 pips
At
until
15
it
pips.
trails. So you have to know when you put it on. When you put it on, if you're good in profits, then you start to put it on.
Okay, that makes sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. All right, so lots of nuggets. You use it, John?
Yeah, I used it before, but I didn't have MetaTrader on my laptop for a while because my new laptop was playing the full, so it can, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I just be at my computer a lot, so I just do mine manually. All right, but some persons may want to try the trading stop. All right. Let me see what else I use. These two buttons. This one with the red arrow would basically shift your screen to the right. And some persons just leave this area for certain indicators would give you updates on your trades, the amount of positions you in, stuff like that. So some persons just shift the chart to the right and leave some room here for whatever purpose it may be. This next one with the green arrow, right? When you uncheck that, that will allow you to scroll to your left. But if you had that selected, you wouldn't be able to scroll very far. It will start to reset your screen all the time eventually. All right? Right, it will start to reset the screen all the time. So if you want to scroll back, you should uncheck that. All right, this button here would arrange your tiles, arrange all the charts that you have open side by side. So some persons, they like to view 4 screens at a time. Let me say if persons are like studying or focusing on one pair, they may open 4 screens with 4 different time frames. So 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute. Now some persons may do it just so they could see how the market is moving on all the time frames at once, in a sense. All right, so they don't have to be switching continuously among time frames. They may just open the same pair, 4 different charts, right? Some people do it, some people don't. All right, team, any questions so far? Any questions? Yes, please.
This is Janice here.
Hi, Janice.
I was trying to follow you. I have it downloaded. I try with it, but I not kind of okay. But the CD, I don't remember what you call it. The box in the top left hand corner.
Yeah.
I miss how you got that. I don't have that on my screen.
Okay, you don't have the chart window.
Pardon?
On this one?
What you call it? No, I have. You see the box where you can set your trades and it buy and sell.
Oh.
What you call it? You call it something?
We call it the one-click trading
The
tab.
one click. Yes, please. How do I get that on my screen?
All right, and you don't have the drop-down arrow next to the pair?
No, my pair. I had mine too. I have four different pairs, but then I have it that only one is on the screen right now. Okay. I just maximize one.
All right.
So I'm looking for. I don't see a drop-down box here that I can click it.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
I miss. What? Yeah, I was looking at one of those to see which one, but I am not seeing it.
So when you right click, you see it there?
Right. I right click. When I right click, I have choices are depth of market, time frame, template, refresh, auto arrange, grid, volume, zoom in, zoom out, save, print, and then properties.
Okay, so you don't have it there.
No.
Okay. All right, try you can try Alt and T. So press Alt and T on your keyboard.
Right, let's go. Let's see.
And see if that works.
Alt T. No.
No?
Nope.
All right, I can go to see what's the next best way to get it.
I'll research it. Then if you can't get it right now, I'll research it.
All right, so options. All right, so options, so tools at the top.
You're still speaking to me, right?
Yes.
Oh, because if you didn't get it, I could research. Tools, right. Options. Yeah.
Tools, options, and then the trade. You should see one in the tab Smart Trade.
Trade. I got trade. Yeah.
All right, and then
one click trading.
One click trading. So you could click that and accept. Yes.
Accept. Yeah, I got it. Yes.
All right, and then you can see if you have the little drop down arrow next to the pair.
No, my pair has the pair. Then it has ensure the time frame. No, all right, let me go again. Tools, options. One click trading is selected.
Okay. All right, try the Alt and T again. Let's see.
No, it refuses to come up. Let's see. No.
I had to unclick it and then click it back for it to be activated.
You mean the and
right, so yeah, you may have to. You could try refreshing the screen. No, Vicky was saying she had to unclick it and then click it back for it to be activated. Then it showed up when I right click in options. All right, you
sorry,
can. Yeah,
sorry, Kamar. The in options part was when you were going through with her from the beginning, options, right? So when you pull it up and you go to the same trade button that you said, I had to click mine and unclick it and then click it back, click OK, and run it right. So click accept terms and conditions and click OK.
Right.
And then when I went back to the screen, I still didn't have that drop down, but when I right click, it comes down, it comes out in that long list of right. So it shows up there now.
All right. So you could...
mine still, yeah, I'm following. But I right click on the screen.
Yeah.
And it hasn't showed up. No, it's not there. Maybe it needs some, yeah, it's still selected. Let me right click on click. Let me go back again. It's selected. Asset terms. Okay. You could go ahead. I will research it.
You could probably try just closing down and opening back the...
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah, work around it a little. You could go ahead.
See if it,
you can go ahead.
All right. Any other questions? Anybody? Any other questions? So that's mainly what I use the MT4 on my PC. I don't get too fancy with it. I do most of my analysis on TradingView. If anything, I may just add in a couple lines in here as well on my MT4 on the computer, right? Any other questions? Not right now. All right, so you could go and play with it and give it a try. You could play with it and give it a try. All right, so we could look at a couple pairs, seeing as it isn't 9 o'clock yet. I wasn't looking at anything specific, but you guys could tell me if you're looking at anything, and we could probably analyze it. Today was a little slow, so I shut down. JPY pairs look good for sells. Yeah, I was just doing a list of all the pairs. All right, this one got a nice head and shoulder forming. Just drop down. All right, and I remember all the JPY pairs kind of shaping the same way. I was even thinking to box them in there, Vion, because it start to move sideways on the 1 hour. But we could see a nice head and shoulder. Starting to form. If it was in class all this time, I never see head and shoulder. I should be able to see this one clear, right? All right, so there you got the head and shoulder and the consolidation boxing. So I would more advise you to try to box any setup and trade the breakout of the box rather than jumping in now and the shoulder give a little trouble to form. All right, see, I already had EJ boxing a bit. All right, you got a lot of weights to the top. You can bring up the box a little higher. Right, same head and shoulders, starting to form. All of these JPY pairs, I think, came with a posted like 4. So you could just go and check over those. UJ. I was looking at UJ and saying it was starting to form a nice little channel. I prefer the EJ and EGJ personally. All right, but generally when you have a channel, price could either break or look to continue down till it's ready to break, right? The flag and then continue down, flag again until it's ready to break to the upside. All right, Davion said KJ and AJ. All right, so let me remove some of this. Delete. Right, another consolidation here. This consolidation looks a little better, starting to tighten up. All right, and you guys could draw on your support and resistance as well. So this will probably be TP1, and then if it breaks lower, you could find other areas to put your TP2, or you could just trail your stop loss as well. All right, if I had to give a TP2, I would probably put it right here. All right, around there, TP3 down there. All right, and AJ. All right, AJ as well. That's how I would box mine up. Right, and just wait for the breakout continuation. For extra confirmation, if you guys use the MACD as well, sometimes we don't get the MACD retest, our prices just continue, but eventually it would come, right? The MACD retest is just confirmation basically with the MACD that the trend is gonna continue down. All right, so let me say if we were to get this retest, all right, we tested the 0 line, price come up. Meanwhile, on price, it comes up, but does not come back up to this high, right? We can start to look for our sell based on that. All right, you guys get accustomed to the MACD, at least on the hour time frame. Right, you could trade the MACD on the hour alone and be profitable. Right, and soon we can start to look at it on multiple time frames. But for now, it's just to get accustomed to it on the hour time frame. All right, what other pairs you guys looking at? Anybody? Marcia was looking at AN today. All right. She saw a nice head and shoulder, but it was a little clearer on the 15-minute. Inverted head and shoulder, sorry. All right. Left shoulder, head, then our right shoulder. All right, a nice consolidation. And then we had the buy. All right, that was a lovely trade, Marcia. Turned out very well. I didn't take it, but yeah. So even on the, with the MACD, we're using the MACD now on the 15-minute, price was in a downtrend, right? Nice downtrend. And then for the head, we had a shift of momentum up. All right, let me just clear off. Alrighty. We were in a downtrend. We had a nice shift of momentum up. Right, we see it on the MACD. Light bars straight into the buy. And then we had the retest. Right, we got the retest on price action. And this swing low never made it back down past this low. Right? So that would have started to hint to you, well, yeah, we're getting ready to buy because this is not getting all the way back down here. So we should look for buy soon, right? And as we started to get some of these lighter bars and the momentum slowed down. So as the momentum shifted from dark bars to light bars, then we would start to look for our trade, right? And even if we waited till we got this engulfing, could have still entered after that if we use that as our confirmation. And we would have gotten a, around 15 pips. Not too much, but we could have bagged some, especially when price wasn't breaking past this high, right? It was up here for a bit. So you would have had more than enough time to come up the trade. All right. So even if you look at it on the flip side now, we were looking at the buy. So we had the retest for the buy. But if you even were thinking about the sell now, trying to trade the pair up and then back down, you could realize that price did not break this high. Okay. So on the MACD, we have this blue in line with this high. We had a sell down, and then price came back up. All the while, we got all these bars, even some later bars. Price failed to break past this high. So eventually, in failing, we started to see the signal line pull away from the histogram, and that's when we started to get our sell. Right? Everyone understanding? Right? Everybody understanding? Let me know in the chat. Everybody's still trying to set up the MT4 for PC. All right, John is trying. Alrighty. So even if we look in the trade head and shoulders, right? On your right shoulder, As Stevenson would explain this as well, on the right shoulder, we could use the MACD to get that entry, right? We use the MACD to get that entry. So once we see the shift of momentum, and even if we look at the candles, what initiated the shift was this big blue candle, right? So we had this candle and a nice shift up, right? Price came back down, and when it was coming back down, it didn't get all the way back down here. So as we see that, as well as the momentum starting to weaken, we could start to tell ourselves, yeah, let me look for a buy, and you could wait for the confirmation, or you could just wait for like 2 or 3 of these lighter bars to start to appear on the MACD. Ronette says she usually waits till she start to see some blue, well, so the opposite color, whatever your colors may be, opposite color, and then she will start to enter. Right, it may take you in the trade a little later. Right, so from the time you see enough later bars, and I'm confident with my confirmation, I would go in the trade. All right. Go back to the 1 hour. Let's see your CAD. All right, I was looking at this pair for a continuation down as well. Right, so I would like one volunteer to unmute and tell me their views on this setup. We're on the 15-minute. All right, anybody, somebody, tell me what we're seeing. Anybody at all? Anyone? Somebody?
Hi, Kimmer Money.
Hello, money. All right. So, what do you think?
This is using the MACD, using the MACD, or
anything?
full.
Anything. You could choose.
I would probably wait for the breakout. Since you have it boxed in, I would probably wait for a breakout of either buy or sell.
Right. You ever tried the breakout on the 15?
I've never tried it on the 15.
Yeah.
I'm still learning the lower time frames,
Right.
to be honest.
I never really traded it on the 15 either. But I had it boxed in on the hour, so when it dropped down, you could see it a little clearer on the 15.
Yeah. But I like those small little
right,
consolidations.
Small, these
Yeah.
little consolidations.
Yeah.
Right. And again, even if we're looking at the MACD currently, right? The price was up here. We had a nice high. Then we had a big sell off, and then we had a nice retest. All right, we see the retest on the MACD, and now price is starting to die down, mainly on the MACD.
Right.
but we just consolidating for now. So what I'm looking for basically is for the MACD to start to die down some more and maybe a breakout to the downside.
Yeah.
All right. And as well on the 15-minute, kind of got a slanted head and shoulder too. Starting to form.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just the right shoulder a little flat.
Yeah. That's why I didn't pick that up.
Huh?
That's why I didn't pick up the right shoulder, because to me it looked a little flat. Yeah.
Yeah. A little the hunchback of Notre Dame. Right. So you traded today? Any pairs you
I
got?
did. I actually tried using my demo account. I
Okay.
did the trade. I entered 2 trades using the MACD,
Uh-huh.
and both were profitable. Surprise yourself. But because I don't like the one line MACD, I
Oh,
prefer
the two-line
the
one.
2 lines where you can actually see
The
the
cross.
cross. Yes.
All right. Yeah. The cross could be very helpful.
So I really didn't expect it to play out, but
What pair this was?
oh,
What pair?
that would have been. Give me 1 second. There's my MetaTrader. Those 2 pairs would have been Chef JPY
Mm-hmm.
and for buy
Mm-hmm.
and Odd Chef.
Odd chef. Like the
Yeah,
chef.
for sell.
Okay.
So using the cross, I looked at, and then I went down on the 30-minute. I was on the hour, and then I went on the
30-minute, right?
30-minute, and then even looked at it on the 15,
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
and
Yeah.
I went in. But my only problem then was setting my I'm still trying to like set my stop loss and my take profit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, using the long position and the short position.
Mm-hmm.
I still battling that there a little bit, but
Second it using that.
yes, I set it using that instead of having to. Normally, I would work before that. I would work out my 20 pips,
Okay. So what it
and
give you trouble?
uh,
How come it give you trouble?
I try and not to have to work it out. So I try to use the tools that are there.
Okay.
So trying to so that like I try to do my trades when I'm at work, so I don't have no time to be working out. So I try to
All right.
make a trade on like put in a sharp position and
Stuff like that.
yes.
So what was the problem it was giving you, or what was the trouble?
Like so when I had put in when I right click and went into the settings, I was trying to remember that you don't want I don't want my stop loss so big.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I put the stop loss, like I had put the stop loss at I think it was at 30 or 35, something like that. Then when it came out, it looked so jumble up. So I was like doubting myself. I had 20 pips and real tight. So it was like, ugh. So I just left it and hope for the
Right.
best.
So what you could do too is, if you're going to style, you could put it to compact stats mode, so that would hide a lot of the information that would normally be on there,
Uh-huh.
right? And that might make it a little cleaner.
So the JPY pairs, you know how for some you just have to put in like 200 there's a difference then, or not really?
No, not when you're entering the ticks.
The ticks, right?
Right, it should still show you your 20 pips.
Oh, okay.
Right, 84, 64, so that'll be 20 pips.
A good stop loss is normally no more than,
No
or
more,
it depends on the trade.
I would say no more than 50 pips generally.
No more than 50. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All righty. All right, cool. All right. Anybody else traded any pairs today? I don't mind looking at a loss. If you hold a loss, we could look at it, we could analyze it and see what's going on. All right, since nobody ain't got no other setups for me other than the JPYs.
Come on.
Yes, please.
Janice again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit behind. I was really busy with work, but
No
I'm here trying to. I here have just went on my MACD on my trading view, but I am not finding the one with the. I have the 4C,
right.
But I am not finding the one with the line.
Right. That one is just normal. It's just MACD, and it will come out.
Yeah, but I know. I mean, like I got the 4C like you, but I don't know what you call that. You know, we got the line is actually following the mountains and the valleys.
Oh, you want the 4C with the line?
Yes.
Okay.
I am looking, but I am not seeing it.
All right. It should be this one here.
So when I go into indicators, right?
And you
I
could
see
type
MACD.
MACD and then a space.
Okay, a space.
Yeah. So then you should be able to find
and then 4C.
Yeah, this one is my squatter.
Who?
This one here.
Let me see. You're telling me this one here, but let me see if this one I choose.
You can see my screen? Or
yeah, I can see your screen, but I didn't see the one that you selected when you went into the indicators list.
Okay. All right, when you type in MACD and space bar, you could just scroll down till you see it.
No.
Got it?
No, I don't like it at all. This one is a cross between. Let me go again. MACD. Space 4C.
You don't gotta take the 4C, just space. But
the space.
yeah.
What's the things come on my here?
Right. Just the space.
And I'm supposed to choose. And which one do I choose?
All right, so you could come down to you see this one with the long name.
What the name? It begin with squatter. Squatter,
yeah.
You said, right?
Yeah, squatter. Yeah.
Single line. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I got it. Thank you.
All righty, no problem. All right. Let me see what we have here. URNZD. So Marcia, I want to hear what you think about this pair. What you looking for? What was that you looking at? Marcia.
Sorry, I looked at I was talking without unmuting.
Oh.
Euro NZD.
Yeah.
I looked at the touches on the trend line.
Let's see.
It was in a downtrend.
Yep.
And it broke out on the fourth touch of the trend line for a buy. So I entered when it broke out and closed, and I entered for 20 pips.
All right, and you were successful.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's wonderful. All right, so even if you check from the higher time frame, we at a nice area of support.
So you can go to the 4-hour time frame.
Yeah, yeah, I am on the daily currently. I just started at daily, but you should be able to see it on the 4-hour as well.
What do you look for, the top end of the trend or the bottom end of the trend when you're looking for the support?
If you could go to the daily, it might be a bit clearer. All right, when I was looking for the support, I basically just look left and look and see what peaks or values I could find that are close to price. All right. So directly price would have been down here earlier today. Just there.
And then you look for support resistance areas.
Yes. All right. So right away, as soon as I look left, I could see one there, and that lined up perfectly with where price reversed. Right. And we basically getting a engulfing candle on the daily at that support level.
And you just look for the first one will give you like the support, resistance, and then the next one will give you your levels for take profit, TP1 and TP2.
How do you mean? It lost me a little bit.
When you're looking for your take profit levels, you also look left for an engulfing candle.
Yes, I would look for engulfing candles, or I would look for swings. So if I could find a nice swing, all right, a peak or a valley.
What I do then is go to the line chart.
Right, correct.
And
that would point it out easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Very right. All right, that would give you all the peaks and the valleys.
Yes.
Very clear. All right, and even if we had identified the area on the daily, because see when price came down, it just started to consolidate at this support a little bit. All right, not much candles though. Try to consolidate at this support until it eventually broke out and just bought.
So you could have had two entries.
Yeah, you could have
one with a breakout of consolidation and then one with the break of the trend line.
Yes, right? And if you're using this MACD at the bottom, all right, some persons may use the cross of these two lines when the cross and start to spread like this. That is basically an entry as well, right? When you see them cross and start to spread. Or in this one, you will see the MACD lighten and start to pull away from the signal line, right? So either or, you would know based on what you use. I mainly just stick to this one up here, all right?
Yeah.
All right. So I mainly looking forward with this period, looking for it to maybe give a sharp retest and then continue up. But you're gonna have to wait and see because they're forming a small wedge on the smaller time frames. All right. So it may give us a sharp sell and then push to the upside. All right, team. All right, so that's it for tonight. You guys could mark up the JPY pairs, those consolidations, maybe your cat as well. All right. If you use alerts, set those alerts. And yeah, look out for some more setups during the week, right?
I find that they're breaking out like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? If you miss it, you miss it, right? Just
No,
see
you don't. You don't want to keep missing it.
it's all find the ones that hit off when you're up.
Yes.
Unless you can be up around 2 o'clock.
Set the alert.
Or set the alert and hope it will be up.
Yes. Put the phone next to the bed.
Yep. Alrighty. So I can see you guys chat and when next we link up. Alright. I know if Davion want to do a pair study tomorrow. What say you, Davion?